Now, guys, I kind of want to pedal back and I want to get back to just this regular walking exercise, okay? So when we're training our dogs, we do a couple commands and then we get back to some movement. So from one cone to the other, if your dog starts leading you and pulling you, right before they pull, we just turn and we don't wait for the dog. So basically we're going in a linear direction and we're going to be moving opposite of the dog. So I want you to give them a little more leash. Keep walking. Hold the leash down a little bit by your waist. There you go. There we go. Turn. Yep. Don't wait for him. Go ahead and turn. There we go. Right there. And I want you guys to look at your dog when you're turning. If they're making eye contact with you, Milo was checking in for a minute. I don't know if you saw, he started looking up. That's when you want a reward. All right? Good.
Frankie's just like, nah.
That's okay. Frankie's a little older now, right?
What?
Frankie's a little older. He's 3, right? Okay, he's a year.
1 year.
Okay. Almost coming into full puppyhood. There we go. Good. There you go. He knows that language. Very good. Yes. All right. So I'm rewarding. There you go. Anytime that there's tension in the leash, you should be telling him what to do. All right. He's just like, Mom. So now we have 2 different ways we can turn up with the dog. We can turn. Leave it. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. You're doing good. So now that's okay. When it comes to turning, there's 2 different ways we can turn. We can turn away from the dog like this. Good. They turn with me. I've been working with them. And we can also turn into the dog. Okay, so I want you to try both ways. Turning away from the dog is always easier. Turning into the dog is a little bit more advanced, right? We kind of want the dog to get out of our way right there. Okay, so the dog can't be leading you too much to turn into them. Good. And when they look up at us, we check in. Let them finish chewing. There we go. Very good. Very good, Fudge. There you go. All right, turn into Frankie now. Yeah. Okay, so not too bad. Tighter radius. Don't be afraid to use your thigh to move him out of the way. Okay? So you really want to do like a 2-point turn or a 3-point turn. There we go. Very good over there. Yep. Oh, nice use of the leash right there. Very good. He has moments. Milo has moments where he's like really in sync with you. And then he looks up and he's like, oh, look at all my friends. All right. There you go. Yep.
He had some really good early training.
Love it. That's okay. And I want you guys to remember that there's no end date to training. The timeline is for basically the dog's life. Right? You're always going to be working on it. Every day the dog will learn something new. Fudge, leave it. Yes. There we go. Good boy. Yep, just keep the movement. Try not to use his name as a command, okay? Yep, just keep using that leash. That's okay. We're going to walk past and past and past. Right? Because there he is. Yeah, way to utilize his eye contact to get that reward. Not bad. You can hold the leash a little bit in the halfway point. That way you're not up here. All right. And anything we do when we're telling the dog what to do, never up here like this, always below the waist. Okay. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. There we go. Very good. All right. Let me see an inside turn with Frankie. There we go.
Frankie.
So sometimes when the dog, there you go, when the dog isn't looking at me, that's also when I'll turn into the dog, because interrupting them kind of makes them snap out of it a little bit. There we go. Very good. Very good, you guys. Yup, directional changes. There's two ways to implement them. The first one is back and forth. Then once the dog is registering that really well, then we do random turns. Okay, but for now, we're just going to do back and forth. Yes. Good boy. Yes. There we go. Look at him now. He's trotting like a pro. That's okay. And I really do think sometimes it's harder with dachshunds because their body shape. Their body shape is like, it's harder to get them into a sit with leash pressure because they're so long. And so, you know, he's also trying to win with how cute he is. Very good. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Frankie's doing great. Well, he's got those beautiful blue eyes. There we go. Good. Yes. Very good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little mini schnauzer. Good. Fudgy, sit. Good boy. There we go. Yep. Yeah. No, sit. Yeah, there we go. See with... Down. Good boy. Nope. Good boy. Ah. Good. Good boy. No. Good. No. Good. There we go. Try to go a little slower. There we go. Yeah, mark and reward. He is getting better at checking in. Fudge. Down. Yes. Very good. Can you get Frankie into a down? Does he know down? Try not to repeat. Sure. Yeah. Oh, you're so close. There we go. Good. Very good. That's okay. There's the lure. Yeah, you got it. Very good. Down from a stand. Great job. Amazing, you guys. Yeah, that was a great down. Down is always a lot harder than you think. Say, let's go. Yes. There we go. Implementing a dynamic reward right when the dog goes down. Okay. There we go.
Hey, down.
No.
Good. Down. Yes.
Lay down. There we go. Very good. Yes. There we go. Yeah, he's like, where's the steak? Very good, you guys. Yeah, there's his attention. There's his attention. He's giving it to you. Yes. There we go. Good. Now say yes and back up a couple feet. Dynamic reward. Don't use the leash. Let's use... Yes, yes. There we go. Very good. Very good. For his level of distraction and for him to be able to hold that down like that. So you're starting to bring in the elements of like your body language and everything else. Down.
Down.
Yes.
Down. Yes.
There we go. Oh, a little bit of a breakage on the down. There we go.
All the way down.
Stand straight up.
Stay
This
down.
is the hard part.
Stay down.
There we go.
Good.
Now dynamic reward.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
There we go. Very good. Fudge. Down. Yes. Wow, these dogs are going down. And I will tell you, in my experience, down is a lot more difficult than people may think. Very good. That's very clear communication with him. That's why I like the dynamic reward, because you're able to tell him to be relieved and get out of the position as allowed. Very good, you guys. Oops. Sorry, Fudge. Try luring from a stand. So take a little bit of kibble in your hand. Do this. Put it in his nose from a stand. Push back down to the ground. Very good. Yeah, hold. Now just hold your hand there till his butt goes down. Then you reward him. So I don't give him the food until they go down. Sometimes it takes him a second. Right? You want to see the butt go down? Yes. He's so close. Just hold your hand still. Yes, right there. Then you mark and reward. Right? Very good. That's okay. That's what you want to see. So doing it from a stand is a little bit differently. Yes. But it's a lot prettier. All right?
Okay.
Let's try again. And you don't need to move your hand much. You just kind of let him locate the kibble. Oh, distractions.
Also, food doesn't seem to be like, if I get the jerky out, he's more interested. Like, he doesn't seem interested in the regular kibble when I'm training. If I go walking, I don't even bring it because he won't take it. He spits it out.
Yeah, well, when they're also very in a more exciting environment, sometimes they don't take food. And it also depends on like how much you fed them before you walked him or things like that.
No, I didn't feed him early this morning. So.
Yep. What I would recommend in like evening classes, guys, if you really want to continue to utilize food training, which I love, I feel like it does speed up the process. We were able to see when Milo really engages you with food. I typically I gave Fudge half breakfast.
Yeah.
I didn't feed him everything. I gave him just like half breakfast, and then now he's like really, really hungry. And I am just using his kibble.
Yeah, I'm just giving.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I fed him too much. I fed him a lot this morning.
Yeah, then he's pretty full. But that's if you are like really using food, which I tend to do a lot. So I kind of start to use hunger as a tool a little bit, depending on what I'm doing that day. I'm like, okay, I'm taking him into a really distracted environment. I know I'm going somewhere on leash. I might not feed them their full breakfast a little bit, just give them a little bit, and then try to use that. And everywhere I go, I'm doing stuff like this with my dog.
Yeah.
It's never really, especially in the beginning phases until you get to a point where you feel like you can plateau and he's walking really nicely and cues in and checks in. But for the most part, when I go out with my dog, I am doing similar things that we do in group class, these simple little dynamic rewards, walking back and forth, taking them into a little bit of a crowded environment, seeing if they give me eye contact. Good. All right. Great job, you guys.
That's what I've been have to do with Frankie, is just get him out more.
Yeah. Exposure is really hard. And, if you don't feel guilty if it's not as much as you want, because, it's not the most easy thing to do. I basically had to quit everything else I was doing in life and start doing this to get the results that I wanted. So it does take time and it does take patience. And the more you get frustrated, if they're not doing what you want, the worse your training will be. So, if your dog is too distracted and they won't listen to sit, or they won't listen to down, or they won't heel, as long as you have the leash, just hold on, wait for those moments where they cue into you, and then yes, and then you reward. And slowly but surely, you start to get a dog that really wants to engage with you. That's the main thing.
The main thing you want.
You want the dog to be willing to engage with you. Look at that. See? A little bit of patience. Using the right dynamic rewards. Using your body language correctly. Fudge, sit. That's really the steps that it takes to get to where you want. Good. Then your dog will be giving it up. Good. Now you can also practice walking and luring. Yes. Good. So remember how we talked about holding the kibble? We hold it in the palm of our hand with our thumb over it like this. And then I will allow the dog to lick it, but I won't give it to the dog until I reward. Yes. Then I reward. All right. So try holding the leash with, the other hand, and we hold it across from us. Oops, I dropped something. And we use the same hand on the side that the dog is walking. Very good. And then, yes, reward and release the kibble. There we go. You see how he starts to get into a nice little heel right there? Come on. Yes. Very good. Okay, you guys, great job. There you go. There's a nice little heel.
He won't.
He's okay. I mean, he's also
He's
getting
very tired. He was out in the yard.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot earlier.
Well, you know what they say. I like a tired dog and I like a hungry dog, because you can notice he is like a little bit lower of energy, but look at how nice it is to walk him.
Yeah.
You know, he's walking like really nicely in this moment. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break and we're going to get into the shade here and we're going to do our next exercise, okay?